Human relationships are so complicated and there are so many relationships require thinking and using psychiatry to be justified, and one of them is called repetition compulsion. This kind is so common in humans' communities. Simply this kind is about people who have a strange desire to repeat their bad life experiences in their lives. For example, a man got humiliated and treated bad from his girlfriend, so he decided to break up with her, but after a while he begins to search for his ex to get back to his abuser. Or, he begins to search for a new girl with same bad traits and repeat the same mistake all over again. And another example for this kind of strange reactive humans. A girl gets into a very toxic relationship with a guy who begins to cheat on her and humiliated her so bad and treats her as if she is not a human being. So she ends this relationship, but then she misses him and goes back to him and repeat her suffering all over again. And another example. A little boy got raped, and after he grows up he begins to work as a sex worker and look for selling his body. Repetition compulsion has 4 reasons behind it. Number 1, the hurted emotionally person repeats the same scenario of the same old events again with the same exact details because he or she wants to end the scenario this time with a different end. Because he or she can't feel okay from inside. So they rebuild the bad scenarios with the same persons or new ones to resolve what they couldn't resolve before in the previous time. And end it with a different end. Reason number 2. Someone gets through a rough experiences before and she or he didn't have any control nor a choice to change anything they have been through, so they feel absolutely helpless, so they decide to repeat the same bad experience, but this time with their will and full control, so they can feel somehow they own the control of what is happening to them. Even it wasn't a real feeling that they feel and they know it. Any control nor a choice to change anything they have been through, so they feel absolutely helpless, so they decide to repeat the same bad experience, but this time with their will and full control, so they can feel somehow they own the control of what is happening to them. Even it wasn't a real feeling that they feel and they know it. Reason number 4. Many of whom experienced rough and bad experiences in their lives feels guilty of not standing for themselves and stop what they have been through and what ends them feeling, and they feel as if they helped the aggressor and they were the reason behind what many boys and girls who were harassed or raped because of the communities and culturals, so they began to harm themselves or maybe worse by killing themselves. I attended conference where the consecutives hosted a psychiatry, and he talked about one of his patients who talked to him about one of his patients who described her existences in her life from her early years by saying that her father was always out of town for work to earn money. And her mother who was at home, but at the same time she wasn't. Her mother always cared only about herself, calls and her friends. But not about her daughter at all. The emotional messages that she received from her path of her parents within is that she doesn't deserve to be loved nor to be cared of, and that her existence isn't important at all because of her father's absence and her mother's existence. Any child receives this kind of messages as almost won't believe that he is worthy, and also he won't believe in himself. Any kid goes through that kind of emotion, saves these scenarios and then repeats them in his mind and his heart all along his life, trying to change them or to confirm them. The patient felt also as if she didn't deserve anything good in her life, and also she grew up feeling guilty of something she doesn't know deep inside herself.
And then she began to look for the same bad poor specifications of her parents, and then she met a guy and loved him, but then he began to humiliate and treat her badly because she felt and believed that she didn't deserve anything good, and this guy confirmed that to her, so she got a hold to this toxic relationship without she even noticed that, and that caused her suffering and worse feelings. But although that she had a hope that she could change him. But of course that didn't happen in reality. In fact, she was taking a revenge from her parents and they're neglecting from herself instead of them. She was suiciding slowly. In reality, she wanted to prove to herself all the time that she is a victim as she was before when she was just a kid, but now she didn't notice that she became the culprit on her own. She is now the responsible one for all of what happened. And in every single time she was going back to her abuser, she was repeating the same wrong mistake over and over by her fully will. Yes, she was a victim, but now she is not. I believe that every single human being on the earth had no control over many things that happened before in their journey of living, but also I believe that every one of us have a fully control over his decisions and whether he has the ability to change any bad part of his story that he didn't feel okay about and still can't get over what he got through before. So here you are 5 short advices for you to know exactly what you must do to get your heavy emotions in this old package lifted away off your back and shoulders. Number 1. Always remember that you are a human being, so forgive yourself and show her care and love before anyone else. Number 2. You should forget who hurted you. Not for them, but only for you and your future. And yes, I said forget, not to forgive, because you are not a robot can do things by buttons. You are a human with feelings. Number 3. Thinking of revenge makes you lose and feel bad again. So don't ask yourself, how can I make them pay? Nor asking yourself, what can I do to make them regret what they did or said to me? Instead, you should ask yourself, how can proceed them? Or what can I do to build a strong version of myself that no one can ever have the ability to harm nor hurt? Number 4. 3 simple steps. 1. Write on a piece of paper what exactly happened and how that made you feel. Step 2. Burn it in front of your eyes. Step 3. Write down in a board or a big piece of paper your goals in this specific day. Then bigger goals in this specific month. And the biggest goals for your next 6 months. Read your goals every day and every single morning. Then put your goals into action. Number 5. Always pay attention to what you are listening and what you are watching, because all your thoughts are coming from these entrance gates. I'm ending this video with this quote. If you can't, you must. And if you must, you can. Tony Robbins. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe and to give this video a like to help and encourage me to download more videos. Comment below what would you like to be in my next video. Thank you for watching.